morning. Good morning. I'm Beth Copeland with Georgia Christian Business Network, and we're putting God back in business. I want to welcome you. Today is Tuesday, so it's Take Charge Tuesday Business Power Call at Georgia Christian Business Network. We're so excited today because we have an opportunity for you. I have a powerful duo. I mean, listen, get ready, get ready, get ready. I want to encourage you to get your pen and pad ready because we're going to share some powerful information. I'm going to let the ladies tell you what we're doing 1 month from today at some point during this next hour so you can understand how God has a plan and you're a part of it. This is a great opportunity for you to learn more that are aspiring business owners, that are business owners looking for another stream of income, business owners or business professionals that are challenged with credit opportunities. Listen, we have a whole gamut of things to talk to you about today. First, I'd like to pause to say that today, what I want you to know is not to lose heart. This is just something that is on my heart to share with you. You may be challenged. This is Holy Week. Yeah. And it's very emotional for me. I've been fasting for the month, for the 40 days of Lent. And I believe that God's bringing a breakthrough, not only in my life, but the lives of the people that have been pressing into him, whether you fasted or not. If you're just seeking him on another level for your business, for your life, God wants to do that thing. This is still the year of the double. And we define double through an acronym as decidedly disciplined, optimally obedient, uniquely unified, boldly believing, limitlessly loving, and excellently executing. There's time now to go to a new level. And the ladies that are on my platform with me today are going to usher you to greater opportunities in your life. Just you wait and see. So as standard for Georgia Christian Business Network, when we have powerful platform guests, we promote them throughout the month and allow them to be experienced on paper, their accreditations and everything that they obtain and accomplish. But at this time, when we actually bring them on the platform, we give them that space to be able to introduce themselves to you from their hearts. So today I want to welcome back Jammie Gray and Leigh Gant. They're both GCBN members in Georgia United Credit Union. Leigh Gant is also a GCBN sponsor, but we're so privileged and so blessed to have both of you ladies here today again. And I just love it because we do a lot of things behind the scenes, y'all. This is a trio really, but I promoted them as a duo, but we do a lot of stuff. We have some deep conversations. So ladies, welcome and introduce yourselves. I don't know who's first, but take the lead someone and let's get into this.
Jammie, alphabetically, you're number one.
I will go for it. Hello, GCBN family and guests and visitors. Again, I am Jammie Gray. I'm honored to be here, Beth. Thank you once again. Leigh, it's always good to see you and be able to share. This is very special, today as we talk about everything that's coming up. We're going to get into that in a second, but, if you don't know me, my name is Jammie Gray. My wheelhouse is primarily in real estate. However, real estate kind of goes hand in hand with small business. As a small business owner, I can identify with a lot of the challenges and some things that's going on with other small business owners out there, aspiring small businesses. So I'm here to share anything and everything that I know about the small business arena to help you and encourage you so that you can move forward with whatever that you want to do. But as a small business owner and in real estate, I'm here just to share. So I've been in the real estate arena for many, many years and small business arena for many years. I can talk to you about the startup process. We're going to share some of those things, how to grow, how to prepare, and how to get ready for someone like Miss Gant over here in the financial arena. So we're going to talk about credit and all of those good things there. So as an educator, as a real estate provider and a small business, I want to just say thank you for coming and allowing us to share what we know.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Jammie. It's always a pleasure to have you on the platform, on site or in person. So, on site or virtually. So, thank you so much. I can't wait to hear some of the things you'll share today. Leigh, talk to us.
Good morning, GCBN. My name is Leigh Gant. I am with Georgia United Credit Union. I have 30 years of banking experience, and I'm a certified credit union financial counselor. My last 17 years I've spent at the credit union. And why that's important is that the credit union is not for profit. We have all of the bells and whistles, financial products that you could need, but we have a different philosophy. It's people helping people. So that's the reason I love my job, is reaching out, letting people know how we can help them, doing things that's best in their interest, not just for getting money in my pockets, but for helping you put money in your pocket and keep more of your hard-earned money. So I'm excited to be collaborating with these fine ladies, Jammie and Beth, on bringing you some business resource information. We're just excited to give you a little snippet today of what you can expect at our bigger event in May.
Oh, this is so awesome. Thank you so much, Leigh, for sharing. It's just a blessing. We appreciate the sponsorship from Georgia United Credit Union. And we're just so excited about what God has just placed on our heart and give us a synergistic opportunity with Jammie's wealth of information and credit and real estate and such, and how you blend together with that. And I don't know what I do, but I'm just glad to be a part of it. Today, what I'd like to do is start to talk about the May 4th event and back up. How about that? Is that okay? You think that'll be a good way to start? So on May 4th, what is happening here is that we are so excited to host together a business resource fair. And what that means for you all is that we're going to place you before these awesome ladies, and they're going to present, each will have a presentation about some of the things that they just kind of led into lightly here. And we're going to go a little bit deeper, but we can't give it all to you today. So you have to show up on May 4th to get the rest of it. But the other opportunity is that we're going to partner with some business partners like Mary Kay or Planet Net or Paparazzi Jewelry or opportunities for Juice Plus. These are business partners that we're going to partner with that have low startup for business ownership. And this will allow you to be able to preview companies and how you can start your own business. Well, the significance of that is that we also will have Jammie and Leigh sharing with you what is so important prior to starting your business. What does your credit look like? Looking for opportunities like that. And then Leigh is going to talk about opportunities where Georgia United Credit Union can work with you for that funding that you'll need for up to $500 to invest in you. So we're going to you'll understand more about what I'm saying as we go on. What I'd like to do is like to kick off and ask both of these ladies to answer this particular question. What is so important for people? Well, I want to, even before I say that, I want to say this. What is the hesitancy for those that are interested in starting a business going forward? What prevents business ownership from happening more often than not? What would you say to that?
I would say it's a lot of unknowns. People are, and this is a generalization. A lot of people are afraid of the things that they don't know about. Where to begin, the structure of the business, the funding of the business, how to get it going, all of these different variables. We hear oftentimes, well, I need money to do this and I need to, get it started up. And they don't know how to organize that back office so that they can be prepared for asking that question or seeking funding. The things, and how well do they need to what the income needs to be before they can ask, if any, So it's a lot of the unknowns. That's what I hear a lot from people who are hesitant to get started.
Yeah, Jammie, absolutely. Fear of the unknown can really paralyze people, and they want to move forward. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to take that first step. And I just encourage people, there's so many things in life that you cannot control. So just take a look at what you can control in life. If starting a business is something that you want to do, let's find out where you are now and how you can get to where you want to be. Just baby steps. And it certainly doesn't hurt you to explore, to find out more about your own finances and your own self before you can take that leap forward. And as we mentioned, some of the businesses where you can add an additional revenue stream are very affordable, very, very limited investment on your part. And part of your success is just self-efficacy, just believing that you can do it. So we want to really help you have that positiveness, that hope. As Beth mentioned earlier, we really want you to be thinking about how your future is going to be brighter and how we can support you in succeeding.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
And if you don't mind, I'll just chime in and just add on to knowing. You talked a little bit, Leigh, about knowing where you're going. When you go to a Leigh Gant about funding, we have to be able to, and I talk to people all the time about where they are, like you said, where we're going, where the company is going, and so that, because the funding partner is going to want to know that you thought about all the transitions and all the twists and turns that could possibly happen, that those are accounted for in what we are commonly referred to in the business plan. But all of those things are the back office things to set up for the credit growth and the funding and financing.
Excellent. And one of the things that you said is so true is both of you said it, Jammie, Leigh, piggyback, and then I'm going to say just a little bit more about this because I want to counsel fear in the name of Jesus. The fear of the unknown, not understanding what I need to know, therefore I avoid trying to learn it. And I know Toby over on the Facebook side of the house, so she's here to learn stuff I hate to learn, LOL. And she's joined us here on the platform on Zoom because she wants a closer intimacy, I guess, with learning this stuff that you hate to learn. And those things that we don't want to learn are vitally important to us. So thank you for your transparency, Toby, and for joining us here on Zoom as well. The thing that I want to say is that's how the enemy works in our lives. The good stuff that is going to make such a vast difference in our lives, he wants us to fear it, to run away from it. And what God is saying is that he's provided opportunities and resources to help us get through it, to support us. And so that's what I just wanted to put that out there. And Jammie, then you continue in the vein that you were going.
I want to say that the back office is so important to creating, when it comes to small business, whether you are one of the ones that are interested in taking advantage of the small business opportunities at this low startup cost, or you're an existing business owner, that back office needs to be straight. What I mean by back office is that you have the right structure in place, that you have, and we're going to have some experts on May 4th coming in talking about business structure, that you have the Bible for that structure in place. And so when I say that, it's not to take away from the Bible. Now, let me just be clear on that. I'm referring to the operating agreement or the articles of incorporation, whichever is applicable, because that is really the foundation of your business, though that is fundamental to how your business can operate, who can go and ask for funding. For example, Leigh would want to see that, I am sure, when you go, because you've got to be the one acknowledged within that document to be able to ask for funding. So things of that nature, we're going to go into in detail on May 4th, but that back office is critical. Not just
Excellent.
credit, absolutely. But also for growing your client base, which you would need in order to grow your income, in order to get that credit.
Wow, wow. And the thing again that you fear has come upon you is what I want to say to you. If you start out business ownership and you're actually what do I call it? A hustler. You're not really, you're doing, you have the skills, you have the vision, you even have the know-how, how to actually take care of the product, if you will. The opportunity that could really cause you detriment is not taking care of the back office. So what we're doing through Georgia Christian Business Network, and this is why my heart is so into this, is that we're helping you to be that successful business that starts off on the right foot, if you will, and also in addition to that, what we're going to have is, if you're starting a business and you don't have some level of accountability with that business, that's why I like what Georgia United is going to be able to do right there on the spot. Is Leigh, I'm going to let you talk about the potentially what you'd like to see happen once you facilitate your presentation, but what are the opportunities? There's two ways we talked about approaching business funding for small business and for startups. And then I want to speak to some of the multi-level marketing organizations that we've invited to come participate, and then also petition for others to come, because we've already got a handful of people already. It's a free event. Plus we're giving you food, okay? But the business partners pay a little something to be able to present their business. But it's a great opportunity for you to come and glean from these people and walk away with the knowledge that you have to start your business, or haven't even signed up to start your business. And then I'm gonna let Leigh speak to the funding.
Sure. So first of all, to paint the picture is Georgia Christian Business Network. When you're with your friends from GCBN, you know that God is in charge. As I mentioned, we're not for profit. So you're among friends, you're in a safe space. You're allowed to explore, dream, fall on your face. We're all right here to pick you back up. In my work, I see a lot of credit reports. We see credit reports and everybody starts at a different place. But when we see those credit reports, we see that life has caused obstacles, that we've had challenges. We see job loss, divorce, medical issues. These are things that might have negatively impacted you. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to be embarrassed because you're among friends. So we are here to help lift you up, to coach you, right? So we're all in different places. And as you look at needing the funds to begin a new stream of revenue, and as we mentioned, the ones that we're working with are not extremely expensive. So you may be in the spot where you have the funds, right? You have savings. And I truly believe in the importance of saving. Everyone talks to you about, you need to spend wisely. Don't spend on that. You're spending too much. Has anyone ever told you you're saving too much? No. So I want you to realize that savings is a gift you give yourself. So even if you do have the money to start your additional revenue stream, you may not want to use all your money. You may want to use that as a catalyst to get an investment from it. So without going into too much detail, let's just say, number one, you have the money and you want to spend it. That's great. Then you can start your business. Let's say you have credit, you have good credit, and you have a credit limit. You've got a credit card. You could put it on a credit card. In our case at Georgia United, when you open up a new credit card, a Visa, which is important, on your credit bureau, sometimes we'll see lack of national revolving charge. Works against you. What works for you is having a Visa or a MasterCard, one of these nationally recognized cards. So say you've got a Visa card, ours for the first 12 billing cycles, 1.99% interest. So if you did want to use a credit card to finance it, you've got 12 months to pay it back at 1.99. So you can't beat that. Now, if you want to build credit with an installment loan, you could take your funds and invest them in a savings account to be used as collateral. We will lend you back your money at 3%. So we're talking about a 1.99% opportunity and a 3% opportunity. So neither one of those is crazy. I mean, if you understand, some of these department store cards have 27% financing, 20% financing. That's really, really painful. So this is just some ideas to let you know that you do have options.
Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so if I come in there on May 4th and I have the funds available in a savings account, then basically I can invest in myself through Georgia United Credit Union and borrow against my own money, okay, at what was it, 3%?
3%.
3%. And I think that is such a wonderful opportunity so that you have a cushion. You still have your money that you can start to make those payments back. But please, you understand, you also have that 500 that you just borrowed to go into that account as well, so that now you've got a cushion to start your own business. Then say, I see Vanessa's on the call with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Perhaps she's in the room and she's facilitated a talk about some of the criteria that is important to become a business owner through Mary Kay Cosmetics. And she's up there talking, and I'm not sure what her startup is, but I know for Planet Net, and I know for opportunities with Juice Plus. I'm a Juice Plus distributor. It cost me $52 to get in, but these are low startup, multi-level marketing opportunities. And the opportunity would be for you to say, which one of these businesses can I identify with that I would have a passion to work? And I can go and hear from Jammie the great opportunities of why it's important that I look at my personal credit and understand some of the pitfalls and some of the highlights to focusing on that thing that you don't want to focus on much, and how urgent you can get that right here tonight and walk away with this information. Also, for those that have already signed up for, as you sign up, Jammie has put together an ebook, and I want to ask you to speak to that ebook. And we're immediately sending that ebook out to registrants as you register for this May 4th event. So that is going to also prepare you in advance.
Yeah, so the ebook is a really a credit tip for a handbook for everybody. And I want you to, if you don't have a copy of it and you want a copy, please, say so in the chat. But it's basically everything in a nutshell, a summary of the things that we're going to go over on May 4th in much greater detail. And I want to be clear about that. It is a summary. And if you take a look at that ebook and just imagine, what May 4th is going to be like, because we're taking a deeper dive in it. If I can just go back to what is going on, what Leigh talked about with credit, and what you just mentioned, Beth, and investing in a small business. Whether you are borrowing against your own money or doing the unsecured loan with Leigh, the value in that is not that, number one, you get to go into business by yourself. You are building credit as you build your business. So the additional value is the relationship that you're building with Georgia United Credit Union, because that's a starting place. It's a starting place. As you grow that credit, that credit relationship with Georgia United, as your business grows, guess who your partnership with that you have established gets to grow with you and provide more funding opportunities for you.
Excellent. Excellent. I love that. And I was thinking about that earlier. I'm so glad you highlighted that for us, Jammie, is because as you grow your business and as you grow in life, you need a banking relationship. You need that relationship. You need that established. What's the urgency of that, Leigh? Why would you say to someone why it's important prior to having already established that banking relationship? How could it benefit an individual or a business owner?
Well, many of the people that I have met who hear about the credit union movement are surprised. It's kind of like the Acts of the Apostle. People put money together and they help other people. And that's the basis of the credit union. So our joy is when people come to us and allow us to be their bank. Okay. Primary financial, we could be your primary financial institution. So we're helping, I say we work with money, but we actually work with people. And I have seen the growth in some of our members, when they trust us to be their financial institution. Then when it's time for them to grow, I've worked, as I mentioned, I've worked at Georgia United for 17 years. I've had some real young people that were, still going to school, and then they're moving on with their life. And I see them with their first car, their first home. I see them married, I see them have children. And it's so exciting that we can be part of that journey and we can watch them grow. We actually know our members. We're owned by our members, so we know our members. And when you reach out to Georgia United, for instance, our headquarters is on Sugarloaf. We have member care right here. There may be 20 or so people there in member care, but when you speak to member care, you're talking to your bank. It's not like one of these big box banks that's all over the country and they don't know you from Adam.
Wow.
And the business accounts that we have are for small businesses. We don't even advertise it on our website. We really start with you in a personal fashion, helping you situate your personal finances. And then as you grow, you may grow into that business account.
I was going to ask you, while you're pausing there for a second, to talk about Georgia Christian Business opportunity with Georgia United Credit Union as well.
Yep.
Please.
In the credit union world, we're not for profit, so we don't have to pay a variety of taxes because we're a service organization. Everyone who belongs has a common bond. So we're led by this common bond. And for that reason, you have to be eligible to join the credit union. So how are you eligible? By being a participant in Georgia Christian Business Network. We entered a definitive agreement, gosh, it's been a year or two, with Georgia Christian Business Network, whereas your affiliation with GCBN automatically gives you eligibility to be part of Georgia United Credit Union. And let me tell you, that was approved by, of course, Miss Beth, and then our board of directors. But in addition, the Georgia Department of Banking and Finance had to sign off on it, that this organization wants to bring their participants to the credit union world, and the Department of Banking and Financing said, this is a good thing. So if you do come to the credit union or check it out, your eligibility is GCBN.
Awesome. I just love it. And they had to check us out extensively, as Leigh just said, and we passed the test. And so now I want to encourage Georgia Christian Business Network members to check out Georgia United Credit Union, because it's a great opportunity. Even if you have an existing banking relationship, listen, my late father said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what he taught me. And I'll always remember that you drop that basket, those eggs are all gone, Okay, awesome. Leigh, Jammie, you were about to say something. I felt like it.
Yeah, you know, because as you know, I talk often about my late father, and he would say the same thing, to make sure you have business relationships in more than one place, financial relationships, and if you had to make a choice, the credit union, Georgia United Credit Union, would be at the top of the list, because you want credit unions. It's not a rumor for a reason, right? For nothing. Credit unions are a great place to do business, but not just any credit union. Somebody who would come and take the time to share and educate you is where I want to spend time and my money with people who educate me. And so thank you, Leigh, for doing that, because I refer people all the time, and I'm making recommendations all the time, and I don't take those things lightly. So
I so love what you just said. Oh my God.
Jamie.
Because, I always listen when we're having platform presenters, and I know this meets the criteria for double the characteristics, the 6 that I laid out through that acronym for double that are essential, we believe, for experiencing the double in 2023. I believe wholeheartedly that God gave me that download. And the one that you talked about is being uniquely unified, is where I would classify what was just said, is having a relationship. Sometimes we're not on the right bus with the right people. We're riding along and we're traveling on a bus. We could be on the wrong bus because it's not an opportunity for us to get to where we're trying to go. That bus may be going in a direction, but not the direction that you're supposed to be going in. And so being in connection with people that want to see you win, like Leigh said something about the Georgia United Credit Union motto of helping people. What was that statement, that one liner?
People
I
helping
held
people.
on.
Our philosophy
People
is people helping people.
And I was like, oh my God, no wonder I love them so. I followed Wayne Zimmerman because that was his philosophy. He left another institution, we won't call that name. And when he left that institution, GCBN's money left that institution. I promise you, I followed Wayne because he needed to connect uniquely unified with Georgia United. Then he introduced me to this lovely Leigh. And then I had met this lovely Jammie, and I was like, it was just like it's a weird kind of marriage, but because it's 3 of us, but it's a marriage made in heaven.
It's
And
a
we've
mutual
had some
mutual
opportunity.
admiration.
Yes, because there's some opportunities of things that we want to bring to you, not only as GCBM members, but for our Georgia Christian Business Network community that really can change the trajectory of your life. And so when she said that earlier, and I thought, oh my God, it was like I'd never heard it before. I'm sure I have, but people helping people. And if you're not uniquely unified and connected with people that have your best interests at heart, that's a problem. That is a problem. You need to be uniquely unified to be able to experience this double that I believe God wants to bring into your life. And in addition to that, what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to pass it back to the girls and let them share more, but really what God has for you to propel forward in life, it's about connections. And then one of you said, I think it was Jammie, talking about believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't have the can-do attitude about understanding who God has called you to be, that you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and your soul knows that right well, you got to know it deep down in your soul. And the opportunity is, how are you going to exercise that thing? How are you going to walk that out? You've got to reach higher. You've got to experience things that you've never done, and you just got to get out there and meet what God has already assigned to you. Number one of my number one mentors in business world and in entrepreneurship, Art Druckenmiller, told me, Beth, the number one thing to being successful in business is just to show up. And I mean, you expected to hear him tell me something, I was waiting. I was like, what? Wow. He said, I'm going to tell you the number one thing to be successful in business. And, I've got pen and paper and I'm ready to hear. I'm serious, because I want it. ABC 1, 2, 3. And what he said has been so profound in my life, is to show up. And this is my lead in again to May 4th. You need to just show up. And I said, we talked about maybe putting a minimum charge on there, but we said, we're going to just make it free. That's our investment in you, is we want to see you win. What we're going to do is apply the cost to the business partners, and it's low for them. And the only thing we're using that for is so that we can feed the folk. So that's what I want to say. I'm off my soapbox. Show up.
I'm very excited about May 4th and all the things that I know that I have planned, you have planned, Leigh and Beth. If you haven't been to a Beth Copeland GCBN event, I'm telling you, you are about to be spoiled. But just to know the wealth of information, y'all know that I volunteer. I love to volunteer as much as I love to do all the work that I do. But to be able to share that information and to give people information that they would normally, if you had to pay for it, through a consulting company, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you'd be
costly. Yes.
It's costly, and perhaps be in the same place this time next year. And we don't want that for you. It takes somebody like a Beth Copeland and her magnificent team to put all of this stuff in order to be able to share. And all you have to do is show up.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Show up. Show up. Thank you so much, Jammie. I appreciate that. So when you come and you arrive on May 4, the opportunity is that ebook. I sent it out to about 9 folks yesterday that have already pre-registered. The other opportunity is for you to, if you're on we've got several people that are on the call here over on Zoom today. Bianca's already posted that ebook for you here. However, it is still important that you sign up, because I think the very first thing she posted, and I want to thank you, Bianca, for supporting us. We missed you while you were away, and we kept you in our prayers as we prayed for you and Romy and Alessia as y'all went back to bury your grandma. So we're praying that you will be encouraged, but we're glad to have you back, and thank you for supporting us on Zoom and Facebook group today. But Bianca had already posted the May 4th event. Attendance is free, and I'm assured she's already posted it on the Facebook side of the house as well. What I'd like to ask you to do is to please sign up, because it's very important for our food count, and also for the resources that we'll be having as handouts and such, to know if you're planning to attend. We also would like to invite you to share it with others that needs a seat in the room, okay? And if you are a multi-level marketing representative, you have a business owner, entrepreneur, I should say, please reach out to me directly so that I can get you signed up and get you on the agenda and tell you what the cost is for you to participate. Because we're excited about what you bring to the table, that you're out there creating opportunities for aspiring business owners to be able to have an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. Okay. Any other thoughts you all are having right now that you'd like to share?
I want to share the importance of, I want to make sure that people understand what we're going to be talking about, credit, building, whether you need to build, how to reposition. It's not going to be surface level information. You'll have the tools and the knowledge to be able to reposition if you need to reposition. Right? Access the funding, or know how the documents that you'll need, 1, 2, 3, to access that funding. You are going to be so well prepared by the end of the day on May 4th. You're not going to be the questions, what do I do first? What do I do next? How do I do that? We're going to give you some really good guidance on how to do those things. So just know May 4th is going to be wonderful.
Wow, Jammie, you hit the nail on the head when you said preparedness, because the presentation that I'm going to share May 4th is regarding financial preparedness. Everything from knowing what your expenses and your income are, basically a snapshot of a budget, prioritizing your expenditures, also a couple different methods of paying off debt, how you can refinance debt or consolidate at much lower interest rates. You know, we're all about low rates in my world. So we're going to touch base on all of these things that prepare you, not just for business, but for life. And we are going to go deep, take a deep dive. So yeah, it's all about being prepared so you can show up, right?
Right. Excellent. And the other thing is that we're going to greet you with an opportunity for you to learn an environment. So be prepared, as they're saying. Preparation starts with a mindset change. From my standpoint, is come with an open mind to already be receptive to what you're going to hear. If it's not something different or to enhance what you already know, then it's not good for you. So don't fear, but be receptive to hearing new knowledge or new opportunities for you to experience a better way of life. And also, we're going to feature some light snacks and hors d'oeuvres. So feel free to come on out. It's at, Bianca's already put the time out there. I think it's like May 4th at, what is it, 6:30 in the afternoon, in the evening, I'm sorry, 6:30. And so it's only a couple of hours of your time. But what is important for you to know is to have that open mind, to be able to receive and to hear, and then identify opportunities for accountabilities. And both of these ladies will present that. If you want additional help along the way, Jammie's even in a position to walk that out with you. Okay. The banking relationship with Georgia United Credit Union is one source of accountability as well as an additional source. Any questions that you have, let me know. Right now, we can entertain those, or you can just unmute yourself and come ask those questions right now, or you can chat those to us because we'd like to hear from you. Okay. And Vanessa's dropped off. She said, thank you so much for this opportunity. And I'm hoping that she'll be one of our opportunities to connect. But what I'd like to do, giving you an opportunity to kind of process a little bit, is to, Bianca's already put my contact information to be able to reach out directly to me in regards to any questions that might pop up after the show. But I'd also like to share more with you about Georgia Christian Business Network and our vision to put God back in business. And I would like to ask you to visit our website at gcbnetwork.com. We are so excited. I have to tell you that God Golfing Girls early bird registration is now open. I am so excited. Listen, this is a new level. This is an awesome opportunity. We have a web page this year that's attached to the GCB network page. Have y'all seen it? Did y'all get a chance to see it? Did you see it, Leigh, Jammie?
Not yet, but I cannot wait.
Oh my goodness, I need you to go see our web page. You know, I'm so excited. You're going to make me share it right now. In fact, I'm going to share this screen because it's so important that y'all see our GCB. Let me see if I can find it really quickly, because I'd like for you to know just the wonderful things that we're doing at Georgia Christian Business Network. This is our 8th annual God Golfing Girls event that we've hosted at Georgia Christian Business Network. That is not what I'm trying to share right there. Okay, maybe I'm not going to share it, but I sure wanted to. Let's see what we have here. I'm just sharing. I don't mean to share that. Hold on one second. Okay, here. This is what I want to share. Hold on. Right here. Share. There we go. Can you see that? This is our new page.
Oh my goodness.
Look at
that view.
Look at that view. And it's all of that. I can't tell you just how excited we are about this year. You can see it's the year of the double. and you see the view is just amazing. That's your opportunity to click on that for purchase tickets. And this tells you that we're inviting you to a weekend experience where you have an encounter with God, connect with other women, and have fun on the golf course. It talks about the experience. It talks about the venue. Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful.
I tell you, Rose did an excellent job. Rose did this. Her, God, and me critique it.
Mhm.
She did that. It was a team effort. And this is an awesome video that talks about the opportunity. Have you seen that video before? It's short.
No, short.
Watch this. It's
Just beautiful.
Making me hungry now.
I'm just having flashbacks. We had such a good time. There's Coach Pam.
It is going to awesome. And that's the weekend at a glance. These are our speakers. This is Angie Sella, and she's coming in from Pennsylvania with her team, and we're gonna have a blinging party because she had a dream. You've heard her earlier this year on the platform, and how God gave her a dream that she was putting crystals in folks' hair. The Lord blessed her. She made that dream happen with the strength of the Holy Spirit. Her first run was 60 million. So she's coming, she's bringing her books, bringing her team, and we're going to get our hair bling. This is our Platinum Plus sponsor, Erica Jackson, that's going to be on the platform as our Saturday afternoon luncheon speaker. Crystal Parker coming in from, Erica Jackson is coming from Jacksonville, Florida. Crystal is coming from Orlando, Florida, and she is the president of the Central Florida Christian Chamber of Commerce. Also, Heather Rossum over here is NACWE, National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneur, coming in from Tucson, Arizona. And our old faithfuls and true, Pamela Bridgman Bartell, April Meager, MC, Lisa Muth, Friday night opener, and Carmen Caldwell. And of course, there's me. And then we also have a surprise that this is of speakers, and just click on their opportunities to go. It talks about why you should attend. I won't play that one. You have to go out to the website, but it's some awesome opportunities of some testimonials from some past attendees. This is our GGG team. I'm so excited that for this event, Tyrese Eccles and Christy McKee is coming in from Pensacola, Florida. And Tyrese has been a GCBN member in times past. She was my virtual assistant years ago. We welcome her back to support our GCBN team and be a part of the GGG team. These are our sponsors. I mentioned already, Erica Jackson and CYE Enterprises. Of course, Blinger, Angie sponsoring us as well. Heather with the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. And look, Leigh, Georgia United. So Leigh's gonna be our launching commercial speaker. Right before Erica comes on, she's gonna give a commercial because she's our luncheon sponsor. And Pamela Bridgman. I just signed last night in a meeting, another great opportunity for a sponsor, and I'll announce that later. And this is just a photo gallery of some of the past events that we've had. We're so excited about what's happening at God Golfing Girls. It's going to be just wonderful. And we're looking for an opportunity to invite other women that haven't had this experience to be able to join us, you know. Thank you for entertaining me to do that. So get out there because our early bird registration is now open and will remain open until I believe August 9th. August 10th is up, I think. I'm pretty sure. It's up. I know it's at least through Resurrection Sunday. That is up. So, but reach out to us if you're a previous GCBN member or attendee. I know those Eventbrite fees can be lofty, but I've worked with Jessica and the team. Bianca's on our team permanently. She's my personal assistant and our PR person. And Rose is on vacation this week, but we're going to manually help you if you reach out to us to facilitate some of those Eventbrite fees that you're going to pay us directly. And we've got methods on how to do that to avoid those fees. So all you have to do is you have not because you ask not. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to give Leigh and Jammie a one-liner, a couple of sentences to share with us on the importance and urgency of your attending on May 4th. I will let you know the upcoming events that Bianca's already posted is tomorrow's Wellness Wednesday, and we're kicking off April. Pamela's back. Last week we had Chi and she did an amazing job. It was so wonderful because all month long we talked about the root of bitterness. And Dr. Chi talked about it from a standpoint of your body and the impact of bitterness. Tomorrow was kicking off April with exercise of wisdom to experience enlargement, because this is a year of the double, right? And wisdom is fundamental. Next week on Take Charge Tuesday, we've got Donna Weaver, and she's talking about the double impact. They're also GCBN corporate members, and she's going to talk about, she's with the Good News Club that I just love. I love the Good News Club, and the opportunity for Jerry Reeves, used to be the chair of that board, introduced it to GCBN, and he is a corporate sponsor of Georgia Christian Business Network. Our first Friday noon nugget is this Friday with Carmen Caldwell. Please don't miss that. Every time I hear that lady speak, she gets all in my head, and I'm talking about as, you know, baby, and she's got me talking. You do you, boo. But she is so powerful and professional, but she's funny as well. I don't know that she even understands how she does that mix, that it just comes across so powerfully. On April 25th, we're going to Middle Georgia for meet and greet. I'm so thankful for our chapter members down there. Pam McKinney is sponsoring it. I want to invite you to come out to be a part of that. Monifa Grover is our keynote. She's a GCBN member out of Savannah, and she's going to actually be in Middle Georgia to share some powerful things that she's been working on this year related to helping us harness the double for our lives. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. Leigh, Jammie, you're amazing. Can't wait till May 4th where we do the deep dive. What do you have to say in closing?
I want to encourage people to let's just move. Be in movement, take some action. You just mentioned it before, just a second ago. You have not because you asked not. And so there you go. We're going to just be in movement. Be in movement.
Awesome.
Absolutely encourage you to attend on May the 4th. I promise you won't regret it. You're going to learn something that you didn't know. Even I will, because Jammie has a wealth of knowledge that you don't even know. We haven't tapped the surface. So I promise you, all of us are going to be better people when we leave that room than when we started.
I love it. And I want to thank you again for joining us today here on Zoom. We had a full house today. I'm so excited about that. And even on the Facebook side of the house, for those that watch the replay, reach out to us. We want to help you grow in business and life. And we believe that we are a resource that and a catalyst to help you do just that. Visit our website again, gcbnetwork.com. we're looking forward to having you join us as a member, or even a sponsor, as we endeavor. We're focused, determined, and intentional to put God back in business. Bianca, you're awesome. Thank you so much for support today, and we'll see you all later. See you, girls. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.